Hi, I'm Karen Sinanutowry. It's Wednesday, April 22nd. Oh, hi, Paul. And welcome to the Rotary broadcast from the beautiful Gordon House. I thought this would be a nice place for us to talk about what the club's been doing and what individual Rotarians are doing. So settle in and let me give you a little overview. First of all, I've heard from Sandra Jewett, who stays in close contact with our club in Mexico City, with which we have an alliance. And they are working very hard now to provide 500 beds for patients with COVID-19. So thank you, Sandra, for that update. And it's good to know that our Rotarians in Mexico City are faring well. I have great news from the Lee Weimer's Emerging Artists Committee. As you know, the coronavirus has disrupted the lives of many people in the Valley, and including in that group are artists and emerging artists. Well, our Lee Weimer's committee stepped up to help some of our emerging artists. And an effort led by Kathy Kimball, Charlie McCullum, and Sal Pizarro is directing $15,000 worth of funding in emergency grants for 24 Santa Clara artists. Let me give you just an example of some of the artists who have benefited from these Rotary grants. A multi-genre cellist from San Jose, a young jazz keyboard artist finishing her senior year at San Jose State University, an emerging actor who manages the house at City Lights Theater Company and also sells his own pottery. And a final example is an actress who works with an LGBT theater ensemble that produces Spanish language shows in San Jose. Our club is grateful to what artists are offering us at this time, and we are happy to have helped in a small way during this crisis. Hey, we're all hungry for companionship and to see our Rotary friends. So now's the opportunity to attend a fireside via Zoom. The Fun and Friendship Committee, led by Audrey Fox and Matt Breaker, are looking for hosts now who are willing to run a Zoom fireside anytime between April 26th and April 30th. I know I signed up to host one, and I'm going to ask the people who come to my Zoom party to bring a joke. So please think about hosting or attending a Zoom fireside. Hey, we love our gala committee. They are keeping an open mind, and they are looking at all the different ways that we may be able to continue with the gala. So stay tuned for that, and Sarah Janigan and Nancy Williams, you're the best. Thank you very much. Well, I'm very happy to announce today 2 Rotarians of the Month. First, I'd like to make Rotarian of the Month Jason Minsky. And here is his pin, and I'm going to put it in the mail this afternoon. And Jason, you're Rotarian of the Month because you led your committee months of work, hours and hours upon hours of work to make ELC a success. And just days before it was supposed to come off, we had to postpone it till next year. So Jason, congratulations on being Rotarian of the Month. And the other person I would like to make Rotarian of the Month is Jim Gardner. And I am going to take his pin and put it in the mail today. Jim is head of Rotary Downtown Fireworks. Last year was a complete and total success. And this year, again, Jim was ahead of the game, working very hard, and we will unfortunately not have our event this year. So congratulations, Jim. Thank you for everything you do for the community, and you also are Rotarian of the Month. So 2 leaders in our club who have worked very hard, and yet they had their events canceled and they stay very positive. Hey, it's that special time of month Rotometer. And Bonnie Bamberg, thank you very much for giving us the hours. Now, at the beginning of the year, I wanted 8,000 volunteer hours, and actually, I think we're going to make it. So here are the committees that reported for the month of March. Career Development, Climate Action Committee, Downtown Impact, Disaster Relief, ELC, Fun and Friendship, Gala Committee, History Committee, International Service. Interact and RILA, Lee Weimer's Emerging Artists, the Meeting Summary, Military Care, Play Garden Program Committee, and some miscellaneous hours. We're even keeping track of what Sean O'Kane does in helping with the production of these Rotary broadcasts. So thanks to all the committees who are staying very, very active during this difficult time. This year, 6,842 hours. Ding, 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 ding. Can't you just hear the rotometer now? Okay, so remember that this broadcast isn't all there is. Please see emails for other things you can enjoy. You'll see Dave Peterson. He has a coordination challenge that you can click on. And it actually is hilarious. So I'm going to have Dave present that challenge live. But for now, you can see it by clicking on. Tom Fondry offers free mindfulness classes on Zoom. And I think we're all feeling a little bit of stress, so thank you, Tom, for offering those free during the crisis. And look at the email for when the Zoom classes take place. Hey, we have a Rotarian in the news last week, Michelle Acosta, talking about her company. Well, she contacted me this week, and sure enough, people are getting back to work with her company, so that is great. And this week, thanks to David Downs sending me this article, look, Jim McDonald is in the news. He's president of OC McDonald, and they are basically on hold for private work. They're continuing to do some government work, but this is one of the most stable companies in our community. He's been in business with his company since 1940s. So, Jim, we're all thinking of you, and this is a great article that appeared in Silicon Valley Business Journal. I don't think you have your pin on, but there's no fines during the crisis, so you're very lucky. And now for a fun part of the meeting, what are Rotarians doing during the coronavirus? Here's a video of Norm Holberg and his chicks.
It's Norm Holberg here to tell you what I've been up to during the quarantine. Every 2 or 3 years I get a new batch of baby chicks, and now it's 3 days before Easter and they've arrived right on schedule. These are the same kind of chickens I always use for providing eggs for the ELC egg drop competition. Let's see what we got in here. Little peepers. Hear them peeping? Let's see. Oh, there they are. 15 of these little guys. So cute. Little guys. Now, of course, we always have to give them names. And we've got a lot of cute ones in here. And now, in the past few minutes, I gave them names. And hey, this is Karen. Down in there, we've got we've got Teresa, and we've also got Leslie in there and some others. And these are supposed to be 15 females because I want to get a lot of eggs. And there's actually an actual job category called being a chicken sexer that actually is an actual job. Here's a couple photos. Chicken sexers in action, dividing the males versus the females. But every once in a while, they make a mistake. And I got a little mistake because this is a little boy. He's got to be a rooster, so I couldn't give him a girl name. So this one's named Fernando. And I hope he is okay and doesn't make like too much noise. If he really behaves, I'm going to take you to the Rotary Spring Barbecue. And he's already picked out his outfit for that too.
picture of Terry Chapman, who ran into Larry Stone at Home Depot on Easter. It looks a little bit like the Sistine Chapel. Here are Rotarians Allison and Norm Klein taking a walk on Easter without their pins. Here's a picture of a shopper at Whole Foods. The first person who identifies this shopper will win a Rotary hat. Which reminds me, last week a number of people identified Carl Silker as the person behind the mask, and the two people who almost simultaneously gave the right answer were Pat Fox and John Kennett. So the hat is yours if you can identify who this is shopping at Whole Foods. Hey, here's Adolph Q on his bike. Keep fit, Adolph. We can't wait to see you when we can all get together again. Look, past President Stu Park. It's his pirate routine, staying upbeat at home. Stu, you're looking good, and we miss seeing you. Now, here are two guys getting ready to do some banking, Steve Sonowski and Chris Kenward. They look all ready to go into the bank. Dave Down sent a picture of Jean Harris, Paul's wife. There she is with her sister taking a walk. And I think, David, did you know Jean Harris? Here's Mike Conniff. He's Zooming a Santa Clara class on the Cuban Revolution. It might give us all some ideas. Just the other day, I ran into Chris and Joe DeSalvo walking in Willow Glen without their pins. They're looking healthy and happy. Hey, here's our foundation president, Fred Bagon. He's at home cooking the books. Working on the books. Great work, Fred, and we love your cat. Also on Easter, Todd and Lauren Trickell and their darling daughter got all dressed up, and it looks like a regular Easter celebration. Nice family. Catherine Tompkinson is making marmalade. We know that it's orange season, so that looks yummy. I'll look for that on my front porch, Catherine. And finally, I'd like to close out with a drawing done by Vic LeBou's grandson, Anthony LeBou. And I love this picture. Notice on the left side, he's drawn a money tree. And on the right side, far more important, he's drawn a toilet paper tree. So thank you very much, Vic, for sending this on. I think we'll all enjoy it. Thank you, Sean O'Kane, for producing our Rotary broadcasts. And next week, we're going to try something different. We're going to try to do a live Zoom meeting with Sam Liccardo, our mayor. And I will record it for those of you who aren't comfortable using Zoom or can't dial in at the proper time. But we do look forward to hearing from our mayor next week. So until then, I hope you participate, collaborate, and above all, improvise. Best to you in Rotary. See you next week.